Escorted on its voyage by two British destroyers, the SS St. Paul avoided German submarines and sailed safely into New York Harbor in February of 1915. As Robert Frost walked with his family from the steamship toward Grand Central Station, he paused at a newsstand and glanced at the cover of an ambitious new magazine, The New Republic. To Frost's delight, the contents listed a review of North of Boston, his second book. The reviewer was the prominent poet Amy Lowell, who praised the book, hailing it as the most American volume of poetry for some time. Robert Frost's first day in New York produced more literary surprises. After putting his family on a train to New Hampshire, the poet decided to visit the offices of his new American publisher, Henry Holt. At Holt & Company, Frost met Alfred Harcourt, head of the Trade Department, who handed the cash-strapped Frost a sizable check. It was $40 from the New Republic, where Harcourt had placed The Death of the Hired Man. Harcourt explained that Holt's first American issue of North of Boston had sold out before it was published, and a second was on the way. Robert Frost's career was launched. At Harcourt's suggestion, he embarked for Boston on what today would be an author's tour. There, Frost was the honored guest of editors, critics, scholars, and writers. He became literally the talk of the town when the Boston Herald called him the literary sensation of the day. Frost's friend and anthologizer Louis Untermeyer later wrote, "The poet who never cultivated the poetic attitude came back to find himself a sensation. Critics fought over him. Movements claimed him." Robert Frost, the literary outsider, had truly come home. "Already I have had in America more notice than any American poet in many years," he wrote. I mean, public notice. Privately, I have been overwhelmed with friendship.